everyone, my name is Xenia and today I'm going to give you some practical tips on how to get a WrestleMania package. I've been to two WrestleManias. The first one was a WrestleMania 29 in NY/NJ and the second one was WrestleMania 33 in Orlando, which was pretty recently. So the reason why I want to make this video is because when I was ordering my WrestleMania 33 package, I was a little confused because things have changed from the previous WrestleMania that I went to, and the process got a little bit more complicated, and I was looking up some advice, looking up some tips on the internet, and I couldn't find anything apart from one video that was only talking about them selling out, which is of course important, and I'm going to talk about it a little bit too, but I couldn't get any practical tips on how to know when they launch or how to actually get them. I hope this helps someone, or maybe you're just curious for the future, so yeah, I hope this helps you. Number one, stay abreast of the current events. It sounds obvious, but actually to know when they launch, you need to keep a close eye on WWE. WrestleManias are announced at press conferences, but that doesn't really give us that much information on the packages because they do announce the date that the regular tickets launch, but it doesn't have anything to do with the packages. If you have a subscription on the WWE.com website, if you have a WWE app, or if you have bought WWE tickets in the past, you will probably get a notification or an email. You should just make sure that you're receiving all the news about the company. Number two, plan ahead. And in this point, I mean the money. Of course, I'm not going to tell you to save up. You need money to buy things. Duh, I'm not your mom or your accountant, but you probably should make a call to your bank and be like, hey, I'm gonna arrange this transaction. Please don't mark it as suspicious, or please don't block it, because it is a decent amount of money. Packages are pretty expensive, so you should probably warn them ahead so that when you are in process of ordering the package, nothing holds you back. Packages are unrefundable and it's a pretty big sum of money, so your bank might be a little suspicious of it, so you should warn them in advance. Number three, be there when it happens. Set an alarm clock on the release date and time and be there about 10 to 15 minutes ahead and refresh the page. When I was buying my Mania 33 package, I was a tiny bit late, meaning I got them in the first 10 minutes of the sale, but I had some trouble with my bank and I ended up buying them a little bit later. The moment that counts is when you actually pay for them, not when you put them in your card. So I paid a little later. I ended up getting the fourth row at most of the events. All the people that you see at WrestleMania or at the Raw After Mania or whatever that have their front row seats, they have bought these packages in the first 3 minutes. Fourth row doesn't sound that bad, but fourth row actually extends to the barricade near the ramp, so you might get really bad seats, you might get corner seats. Of course, it's always floor seats, it's nothing like tragic. Of course, you will see everything that happens, but those corner seats for the same price as the front row seats that people got who are just a little quicker, it's not worth it. You better just act quick. Number four, the delivery, which is pretty important considering that I personally live outside of the US and some of you might also live in Europe or in more remote states. It's always better to get your package delivered to the hotel that you will be staying in, because that way you can ensure that it's there. It's all organized and they are used to it. Do that instead of having the package delivered to your home, because first, it could just take too much time to deliver. For me personally, shipping from the United States to Europe takes a lot of time. Or maybe you just want to come to the state that WrestleMania takes place in a little earlier to experience the atmosphere or to go sightseeing maybe, and that way you and your package might go separate ways. Post is just sometimes a very peculiar thing, and something might happen, it might get lost or it might just not be delivered in time, so it's always safer to get your package delivered to the hotel that you will be staying in. Number five, do they sell out as quickly as you think? It's not that much of a tip as it is a question that people often ask, and when you try and do your research, when you go to forums or Reddit, people are just panicking. Packages are going to sell out during like one day, in the first 3 hours of the sales. Actually, it's not quite true. On the one hand, the tendency is yes, the packages tend to sell out way quicker. Maybe if you're going to WrestleMania, say next year, packages will sell out way quicker than when I went to WrestleMania. Some categories sell out almost immediately, but some stay up for days, if not even weeks. If you haven't decided yet if you want to go by the time that they launch, you do absolutely have time to change your mind. The seats are not going to be as good as if you were to order them on the launch day, and some categories might be sold out. So if you only have the budget for a certain category, or if you are only happy with a certain category, it's always better to buy them just as they come out. But if that's not an option, you still do have a chance to get a package. People always ask me if it's worth buying the package or if it's better to buy the tickets separately and sort of customize your experience. And to me personally, the answer to the question of whether you should buy a package is a definite yes. First of all, it's just easier. It's easier to get the entire package rather than scavenge the websites for good seats. And here you get the entire package and you're 100% sure that you're not going to miss out on anything and you're not going to get scammed anywhere. It's very secure because the package has your name on it basically, and they can't be resold easily. WWE has done everything to make the packages completely safe, completely secure, and to ensure that you have your best experience. Also, there are always certain specialties about the packages. The mania that I went to in Orlando, it was called the Sunshine Package, and it had a trip to the WWE Performance Center, which was so much fun. I'm not going to get it started. And the mania in New York that I went to had a trip to the WWE HQ. Those are the things that you can't really purchase off Ticketmaster. If you want that, you should definitely get a package. Also, the packages include tickets to VIP sign-ins. You get basically a ticket that gives you access to the access and this one special sign. You can choose a superstar from the list, but I usually tend to choose the tickets based not on the superstar necessarily, but on the schedule, on the timetable, because I don't want to experience some sightseeing. I do want to see the city. It really does give you the opportunity to customize your experience to an extent. So to me, yes, you should definitely buy a package if you're going to WrestleMania. So this is it. I hope it helped you, whoever you are. I hope you are not stuck in a situation that I was stuck in, without information at all and in utter panic. So yeah, thank you so much for watching. You can follow me on my social media if you want to. I will link them down below. Goodbye.